Hi and welcome to Australian Gamers Friday Night Podcast. I'm Yug.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm Phil.
Tonight we're going to be talking about Bioshock, the launch and controversy.
And the Leipzig Games Convention.
Yes, over in Germany.
Sunny Germany.
Yes, because it's pissing down with rain here in Brisbane tonight. So
in sunny Brisbane, it is distinctly sub-sunny.
we should probably introduce our third member for this week.
Hi, I'm Phil.
Okay, you introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. I thought you were stopping there. Go on, please.
No, I'm saying you can introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. Hi, I'm Phil. I'm the newest member here at Australian Gamer, and great to be here.
Phil is one of our recent batch of recruits, as I call them minions, but Yug hates it when I call them minions.
I hate it when you say that.
He made me lift up chairs before. That's kind of a manual
We made him
labor
carry.
minion job.
You know, how do you feel about... Do you like being called a minion? Do you like being Matt's bitch?
There's no bitching.
I prefer minion, but
it's not about bitching. It's
surprisingly, I'm okay with it, at least for a while.
He doesn't mind being called minion. I asked that the other day when we were at the Fury launch party.
Okay, all right.
Screw you.
Anyway, we had a good night tonight. We went out and grabbed some dinner, and we went to a arcade food...
a game arcade.
A restaurant.
It's a restaurant.
Okay, restaurant, bar, pool
hall,
and awesome arcade with rare games with a disclaimer that says you're not allowed to play them outside Japan.
It's just
and the brothel in the back.
It's been really cool. I can't remember the last time I went to an arcade to play an arcade game where I actually couldn't read how to play it.
Yeah.
And had so much fun.
Some of the cabinets were not, in fact, arcade games. They were, I believe, MAME. I believe they were MAME.
It looked
cabinets.
like that. It actually loaded up the ROM.
Yeah, exactly.
You still had to pay.
RAM okay.
But there was one game, that first one that we played, where you had to hit the things.
Hyper Bishy
Bash, and Phil, I just have to announce, was the grand champion.
The
cooking.
The Hyper Bishy Bashy grand champion, Phil here, did a fine job.
Yep.
Smashing red-coloured dots and
so that was good.
Catching fish.
Well, it was kind of cool.
Might I just add, he won the game that none of us knew how to play.
By just smashing the buttons at random. It's called Hyper Bishy Bash. I went to Hyper Bishy Bashy mode.
Hyper Bishy Bashy, welcome.
And it said game over.
Game over.
Awesome.
The thing I liked about it most, apart from the fact that it's Hyper Bishy Bashy and what's not to like, is the fact that me and Phil were gonna run up and have a play, and then we're like, 3 players.
Yeah, it's
How
actually
often
a
do you see
3-player game.
3-player arcade
not
games?
very often.
Not 2, not 4, but 3
Yeah,
players.
3.
And
normally if you get 4, it's like 2 lots of 2 joined together or something,
yes,
or something that can be...
Which was that other game we played?
The only other ones I can think of...
That's right, we played some robot Gundam
Virtual
sort of thing.
No, it wasn't Virtual
On. Oh no, it was like it.
Whatever it was, I won that one. Thank you.
I was
and
trying
it
to
was
use Virtual On controls. I was trying to jump with the, when you turn them...
No.
In Virtual On, to jump, you would do the left one to the left and the right one to the right, and you would jump up. I kept trying to do that.
No, long story short, Yug had the computer player on his side.
The computer player came fourth.
The computer player was
helping.
First, the computer player did more damage
second,
than
you came third. Computer player came fourth. It hindered me.
It didn't.
Anyway, so that was our amazing night.
Wait, it got better from
the best game of them all.
Are we going to go into details?
Yes,
the
last game was what's it like, Matt?
Quicks.
Okay. So I have never played that game before, but I get the concept where you move a thing, this little character, and
keep going. Sorry.
Basically, you move it to unlock bits of the image. I'm not describing this very well.
If you played Bully, you ever played Bully or Canis Canem Edit on PlayStation 2? One of the classes that you actually go to in the game, I don't know, it's like art class. You actually play that game where you have to draw lines to unlock the art painting picture in the background.
Right.
That's
except the picture in this was a hot anime girl.
Yes. Pseudo hot.
Except it was clearly made in 1992 or something.
89, I think it was.
The
game is actually called Gal's Panic, and it's quite famous. So some people out there are just weird enough to know that game.
And the game's still alive and well with a huge fan base here in Britain.
Yeah, we've been having a great old time.
I was very excited. We pumped more quarters into that game than
it ain't more about money than
sadly, yes.
Yeah. We're like, no, we have to keep playing. We're only 50% of the image. What's she look like? What? Come on, we need to see. What colour are her panties?
And there was there was no attempt to actually, get the image, get to 79 or 80%. The plan was to get her bits, really. It was like, go for the face. No, okay, no, the left press.
At the start, you had to choose which sort of bit, like the top bit or the bottom bit, and only upon beating the game would you unlock the whole picture, and it would scroll up and down for you.
It was very, very dodgy. We also attempted to play Initial D against each other, but we couldn't see the menus, so we weren't against each other.
Yeah, it was all in Japanese, so we couldn't pick
the bit that said, do you want to play together? We didn't know. We may have thought it said, do you want automatic or manual transmission?
We both lost at the same time anyway.
So yeah, we did.
Okay.
So
well, that makes it okay. That all works out.
Losers.
Both losers.
And the final thing, Tekken 5.
Yeah. Phil that was all about the Phil.
All 3 battles. Twice against Matt, once against Doug.
See, if I'd have played a second time, I would have kicked your ass.
Whatever. Turn your freaking phone off.
I know, sorry.
I even told you about that.
It's a different ringtone now. Does that make it okay?
No.
Alright.
It actually doesn't. So anyway, moving on from the arcade. That was fun.
The arcade's alive.
That was awesome.
Do you... Oh my god. You need tools to actually...
I got a new phone. It says like PDA thing, so I don't know how to use it properly. So I have to take the stylus pen out.
Whatever's cheap is $50 down at Big W.
I have to take the stylus pen out every time I want to use it. Anyway.
So
moving on to things that
we're Deutschland, sunny Germany, as it were.
Yeah, moving on to things we're actually going to talk about. You know what? Let's leave the LGC.
Leipzig Games Convention.
Yes. He can't say Leipzig, so he's actually evading it.
Leipzig.
LGC.
The Leipzig Game Convention.
That's not too bad. Well done. That's pretty good.
All right.
You get an
A. So at that, we'll leave that till after we talk about Bioshock. I want to talk about that first. Get that out of the way.
Yes. What is the time now? It's like it's coming out like a matter of hours.
Well,
basically.
when this podcast goes up, everyone will already. No one will be listening to this. They'll be.
No one will
it.
hear this. They may have it on their headphones or something.
That's right. We can
make extra spooky sound effects for them. Bad idea.
Yes.
Matt is a little sister if I do.
Yes, I am.
And I'm a big daddy.
Yeah, and my apologies.
Who's your daddy?
I called them big brothers in the thing. But
I did, and I was
going
to say something about that. Now
someone else did. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm glad that got corrected.
Matt was wrong. It's all good.
Yeah, it's good.
The world is right.
But yeah, Bioshock.
Bioshock is going to be out by the time you hear this. It's not quite out yet, but people are playing it anyway because I believe it's available on Steam already. I think last night it was. I don't know, whatever. That's not the point.
I think you could be
I'm
totally
wrong. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure one of the other guys at work was playing it or had just downloaded it or something. I don't care. Whatever. Move on.
But wrong a lot this week.
Yes, I am.
Let me revel in my little moment of glory.
At least I know how to pronounce revel.
Don't make you apologise for last week's podcast.
I have no interest in apologising for last week's podcast.
Should.
No.
Yes, you should.
No, it was funny.
Yes, you should. Phil, should he?
I'm not getting in.
I'm not getting involved.
I wasn't here last week.
Phil didn't like it.
Phil couldn't even listen to it.
Phil didn't listen to it. Some other people turned it off. Other people thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever heard.
Can't please everybody.
Oracle thought it was hilarious. Other people I've talked to thought it was funny as hell. Some people liked it. Some people didn't. I make no apologies whatsoever.
I didn't like it.
I don't care.
Bioshock. There's controversies about it at the moment.
Yeah, there's been a couple of little
controversies.
Controversies. Bum bum bum.
Well, that went down in the last one. Isn't it supposed to go bum bum bum?
No.
Yeah, no. Dun.
No.
Oh,
that would be triumphant. No, that would be triumphant. We want.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, that would be a triumphant. Yay!
How's it supposed to go? You do it.
He did it. He did it exactly right. That is dead on for a spooky sound. Yours is like, it was a bit spooky for a second, and then we won.
I'm going like a revelation.
But here we are.
Dun, dun, dun.
Controversy.
Anyway.
What are you surprised we're getting off topic here or something?
So, not even a little.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
There's two. Yeah. There's two big controversies. One has been the people actually not being particularly happy with the widescreen for Bioshock on both the 360 and the PC, because the widescreen is normally on a normal game.
Yep.
The 4x3, the normal standard size, plus some stuff on the side.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But in Bioshock, it's not. It's the 4 to 3 with the top and bottom cut off. So you're actually getting less picture on the widescreen version than what you are on the... And a lot of people are like, that's not what widescreen does. That's not okay.
I should just mention that... is that really that big an issue?
It is to some people. If you've paid for a $10,000 TV...
at all. I mean, I've never dug widescreen at all. Sure, it's there, whatever, but I seem to play games on my standard squarey...
No, it's more about... I can understand that people feel that they're getting... less, as in that if they got a bigger, wider screen TV, they're actually getting less image than someone with a normal sized TV. But in the same respect, it's not like you're getting less content. Like you can still look around and see it. It's not like a static image.
Yeah. You may miss the head of a little sister running around at your feet or something.
But in terms of the quality of the image, you are getting less. It is less.
Now, I did actually get a press release from 2K Games this morning in regards to that.
Yeah.
And they did say, look, we didn't do it to cut corners or anything like that. We didn't do it. We still think the game is playable, but understand this is not some. It's not some instant patch that's going to happen. If we do decide to fix this, it's not going to be overnight.
Well, their response is that they didn't remove stuff from. They didn't remove the sides from the widescreen version. They added the top and bottom to the...
Yeah.
So that's a bit iffy, though. Like, that's still kind of the opposite. Put more side on the...
I still really don't care. Like, it's...
I guess some people are going to care.
Some people are going to care, some people are not. Ultimately,
Frankly, I played... Look, you know what? Play the demo. If it pisses you off, it pisses you off.
That's true.
Sort of thing,
Yeah.
For me, I played the demo. I did not even notice or realise. I'm surprised anyone actually know. Oh, well, I guess, yeah.
Some people will. Some people will be more aware of what's going into their TV.
They don't know what they're missing out on. I don't have
No, the only way for someone to have figured it out would have been if they'd have gotten a normal sized TV and a widescreen TV and played the game on both. And then go, hey, hold on a second.
I don't think that's true. Some people would be looking at it and would be familiar enough with the signal and familiar enough with their TV and familiar enough with what the console can do to look at it and go, that doesn't have the same number of lines I would expect. That's a bit strange.
I can't usually see lines on my TV.
Yeah, but if you're more aware of it, you might well be able to. Regardless, that's not the point. The point is...
that's what they've done and it's controversial.
No, the point, I guess, is that if you... I was going to say something.
No, go on, yeah.
If it looks good enough, it looks good enough. If it doesn't look good enough for you, then that's
then
the question.
Write a letter. I guess. Because there's not much you can do about it.
Write a letter to Matt and complain about it.
Hey, bring it
up.
I
don't care. I'm not even going to play the game.
I know. I just
ever.
like the idea of people writing letters. Like,
well, why?
On what?
The PC.
Will I play it on my...
You say ever. Of course, you'll play it sometime.
Oh, well, I might get it for $9.95. Bargain basement.
I plan.
That's not the Bioshock way.
I plan to steal it off Samo once he's finished it.
I'll be there at store opening time to pick up my collector's edition.
Collectors.
Yes, I'll be playing with my Big Daddy figure, and
I'm sure you will be.
I'll be playing with my Big Daddy.
My Big Daddy.
No, actually, Matt's going to be playing with his little sister.
I'll be playing with my little sister. Yeah. That was so unpredictable.
All right. Anyway, look,
I could be.
No,
we weren't doing that, were we? No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
Controversy.
All right, talking about controversy. The other thing about Bioshock is that someone found out. I don't know how they. Well, actually, I suppose I do, but you can't reinstall the game twice.
Yeah, you can only do it twice.
Sorry, you can
only install Bioshock twice.
But
PC version, of course.
Yeah, but they found that you can install it twice, but as long as you uninstall it,
you can install it more than twice. You can keep installing it on different machines as long as you uninstall it.
Yeah.
Now that's just arse. I got nothing else to go with on that. That is a piece of crap. You can't do that. You can't expect people to install and uninstall in the way you prescribe, or you can't play the game. That's nonsense.
Stop. I actually think it's retarded that people wouldn't know how to uninstall a game.
Do you ever uninstall a game?
Yes.
I never uninstall a game.
I just format my computer and
exactly. That's what I do.
Whoa. But if that happens, I'm sorry, are you saying that this thing can detect...
It writes a bit on the CD that says it's been installed.
How does it do that?
That's crazy.
It's just a CD. It's just a CD-ROM portion of the disc. Well, like one of the tracks is actually rewritable or something like that.
It's watching you.
And
sorry. So whoa. stop this, are you saying that if you do not have a CD burner, then you cannot play Bioshock?
Well, is it coming out on CD or DVD?
Not sure.
Well, regardless, either way, I'm sorry, there is no way to write to a CD.
I could be wrong about this, and it could even be something software-based, like that when you install it, it sends a message to the server or something. I actually thought there was some sort of technology on the CD, but I could be wrong about that, so I'll look into that more.
Yeah,
I just kind of assumed, but as you said, that is a point. If you didn't have a CD burner, it wouldn't work, so maybe that's not even possible.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you format your computer, there is no unless it's put something into the.
That's why I'm saying. No, that's why I'm saying it's on the CD itself. It's not on your computer, and if you reformat your computer without uninstalling it,
we need to look into this.
I know for an absolute fact that if you format your computer, you will not be able to install it more than twice. You will not. That will count as one, no matter what.
So you format your computer. No, you install it, you format, you install it again, and then suddenly your computer explodes, and you have to emergency format. Then
you can't.
You're out. You're gone.
Kiss raps you goodbye.
I don't understand how it does that.
Neither do I.
Well,
we'll find out.
Tell you what,
we'll find out for sure. But my understanding,
all the PC purchases,
because to be honest, I would imagine the reason they do that is so that you can't take it to 5 friends' houses and install it, right?
Yeah, presumably.
That it would have to put something onto the CD, and that is impossible.
No, you're assuming that that's impossible based on the fact that you don't know of its possibility and couldn't do it. But there's an awful lot you can actually do with CDs that aren't done, and I believe that this is actually a new technology that has this is the first bit of software to actually use it.
We're all talking theoretical at the moment.
We'll have to look. We're actually just talking
let us know.
If anyone, let us know. There we go.
Sacrifice a PC version of the game, or at least gamble your PC version of the game, and go through. I
just like the idea that actually we've managed to just completely pawn it off, and none of us are going to look it up. We're just going to get anyone.
We're not
listening to this.
We're not doing any research at all. No, I'm actually curious now because I want to see if.
Curious?
Let us know.
Try curious.
I'm bio-curious.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Oh, you put the O.
I see what I did there.
Yes, that's awesome.
Breaking down barriers.
Yes. So there's 2 other bits of controversy. That was interesting pronunciationizing of that word. I was going to go for controversy, but then I went for
I thought it
sounded.
I think you just accentuated the wrong syllable.
They're both. I think they're both valid pronunciations. I'm just not sure. I think I should have picked one.
I've learned
basically instead of
exaltly. Get it?
No, but Matt would.
Yes.
There we go.
So yeah, the other 2 little bits of stuff is did you hear about the people who jumped the queue for Direct Drive for Bioshock?
What? No, and what?
Direct Drive sales. They download similar to Steam.
Okay, right.
Similar to Steam, they download, but they're locked until time release.
They jumped the queue.
They found a way to unlock it.
Oh, cool.
No, apparently not, and they've basically been threatened with legal action by Direct Drive and by IGN.
Yes.
Rather than just saying,
isn't that Direct Drive's fault?
It's their problem, I would have thought. But no, apparently it's a violation of the terms and services, and
it probably
they've been
is.
told,
they get it a few hours early. Who cares? Move along.
And they've basically been told they have to delete the software, regardless of having paid for it, and that they're not. There's the whole legal note that's been sold. Now, as PR, that's not awesome, really.
No.
So that's a bit uncool, bit heavy-handed.
You said there were 2. Is there one more thing, or?
Yeah, I've heard from a few people who say it looks like arse when you actually play the full game. I just thought I'd throw that in. Just because everyone's raving about how awesome Bioshock is, I just figured a bit of negativity would be a plus.
Yeah, let's just chuck it out there.
Well,
Bioshock sucks.
Yes, sick of Bioshock.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's actually my most anticipated game of the year. Ever since I saw like a couple of screenshots last year, for some reason I was just like, Bioshock. And I thought I was the cool person who liked Bioshock and everyone else wouldn't really buy it. Now it's just kind of, it's just been
it's
like
the game
it's
now.
It's just like a, what is
Everyone's
it?
caught up with you.
Build up sort of thing? Or?
Yeah, built up.
Snowball?
The hype.
Snowball effect.
Yeah, snowball.
And it's just, and I'm just suddenly this little gamer in the Snowball
Typical,
full of other,
so you're
full of other Bioshock, and I used to be so bio cool.
Speaking of snowballing, I saw this video. No, sorry. No, I'm going to move on from there.
Okay, what else we got?
We've got Leipzig.
We got Leipzig.
Yeah.
You did all right. Move on.
Okay, good.
LG.
And might I just say, in terms of anticipated games, I did actually just want to mention my 3 most anticipated games ever at the moment.
Happy Bishi Bashi 2?
You know what? Make that 4.
Most anticipated games. Happy Bishi Bashi 2. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. We just need to find it.
No, there's
let us know.
StarCraft 2. I think that's pretty much a given for anyone that knows me at all.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying that's pretty much a given for anybody. I was like, no, I don't really care at all.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
He doesn't care that you don't care.
Assassin's Creed, which is a given as well.
That has big time potential.
Well, that got our most anticipated, number 1 most anticipated game of Australian gamers. 20 most anticipated games in 2007. Even though
did it?
Yeah.
Did I do that? Did I contribute to that in any way?
Yes, you did.
Cool.
Do you
what did
remember?
I say? No, I didn't. I don't. That was like minutes ago for all I know.
God. And the third game is, just to kick off this lip sync thing.
No. See, it's not sing. You keep going with sing, and I think you think it's lick sang.
No, I'm thinking more. You know those tea bags?
Oh, okay.
Lipton.
Lipton.
No, I had Lipton tea last night. It was
It's the Lipton Game
delicious.
Convention.
Yeah, it was.
It's
not
Lipton.
Anyway, the third one is one that was just announced at this thing, which is Mafia 2.
Yeah, I don't.
I know
Forget about it.
You didn't care about. Matt didn't like Mafia, whatever, and I don't recommend anyone play the Xbox version. I thought the original Mafia was one of the best games ever in the world.
I'm intrigued because when people say that, I mean, there's genuinely some value to be had there. So, I'll
but it is
never check it out, but I will if I can.
If there's ever an opinion to ignore, this is the one.
Aren't you the person that got John Carmack and John Romero mixed up?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to put that up there.
Yeah, I am. But how does that mean that
Big Brothers and Big Daddies, is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made a few typos at 4 in the morning.
Father figures.
What? You have some daddy issues, don't you?
Hey, I'm not...
Did your daddy touch you?
That's
harsh. In the special place?
Dude.
What?
Is that appropriate?
Well, it depends if he did.
Moving along, more Leipzig.
I might call him a minion, but at least I haven't harassed him about his past.
Yet.
All right. I like to work up to that.
Okay, well, look.
There is a possibility.
Let's talk about... I mean, there's so much to talk about because there's so many...
Just quick,
Super Mario.
Quick note on that. Super Mario Galaxy, dated for PAL regions in Australia.
For the 16th, I believe, of November.
So
anyone who's listening and loves me, which is no one, my birthday is the 15th, so you're welcome to play that for me, which would be great. I don't have a Wii, but I could tell it.
It was my birthday last week.
I could tell. No one cares. No one cares.
You didn't get anything.
Anybody.
No one cares. Phil.
I did get a nice present from...
You have a girlfriend. I'm sure you got plenty.
Really? And what present was that?
No,
Phil?
it was a tangible present, but
I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it was tangible. All right, tangible.
I
you know what I mean?
I just had to put it out there because that was the only present I got, so I have to have a special mention. But video game related, nothing. So go ahead and
see when you're as old as us, you don't. When I was a kid, my mum bought me a Sega Master System and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dude.
But I don't really expect that anymore.
See,
you appear to. You appear to be disappointed that your mummy didn't buy you.
I'm sorry, I have it worse than both of you. My birthday is the 1st of April.
Yeah,
right,
that's
which is
funny.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah, that is funny.
So
that is funny.
So people would actually, including my parents, would play practical jokes. Oh, once, and this is not including the time where they stuffed my face in the cake in front of all my friends, I was told that I was going to get a Nintendo Entertainment System. Sorry, Super Nintendo. For your birthday. Absolutely.
And
Came my birthday. No, I got a Transformer or something. April Fool, they thought I'd want the Transformer more.
Oh, did you cry? Please tell me you cried.
I didn't cry because I was so used to practical jokes on my birthday.
Oh, do you know what? The fact that happened to you all the time as a kid makes it more funny. The fact that your young soul was crushed.
It doesn't happen anymore. If anyone
because of the stabbing.
Yeah, there's the whole if someone does a practical joke on me, I'll laugh, then punch them in the throat.
I look fondly upon the days.
Seems
when
to be the
I
thing to do these days.
Game consoles. I mean, nowadays I know exactly when a console's coming out. I know exactly how much it's going to be.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to be getting when I buy it.
Yeah.
But see, I remember just like even the Nintendo 64 when that came out, I was just like, my God, when I got it, because
my God, this game is
like I walked in and my mum was playing Star Wars Shadow of the Empire.
Yep.
And I just went like, it wasn't quite Nintendo 64 kid reaction. Remember that? Did you ever see that video?
Yeah, that kid.
Most people know what
out.
I'm talking about, and it's awesome. See the remix; it's brilliant. Yag has a blank look, so
I do.
I immediately.
Don't worry, I'll play it for you afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the last time I got really digging about a console, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know much about the Nintendo 64 when it came out, and now I'm just if I buy a PS3, I know what games I'll get. Like,
I knew everything about the Nintendo 64 when it came out. The last one that really excited me was the Xbox.
That's
because
really
I was there at launch, and Halo was to me the jump from the PS2, the PlayStation to the Xboxes or stuff like that was actually quite significant.
Really? See, that surprises me, because to me it was just rebranded. In fact, I actually always thought that the game...
What was rebranded? I'm not talking about the 360.
No, but
that's the original Xbox.
What I'm talking about. The difference between the Xbox and the PS2.
No, Xbox and the PS1.
Why would you make that jump?
Why would you make that jump?
You went PS1, PS2, Xbox. Right?
Yeah, why... Did you not hear of the PS2? Had you not heard of it, did you not get the memo?
The PS2, I didn't get a PS2 before I got an Xbox.
No, I know, but you were aware of it.
Yeah, but...
Do you only know about things
you
you
didn't
own?
really know too much about the PS2 and its
sorry.
graphical capabilities, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I did, but I wasn't actually that impressed.
Right.
I'm sorry, I was much more impressed with the Dreamcast than the PlayStation.
Yeah, no, see, that's what I was going to say. I actually thought that the Dreamcast was a step above.
I was so impressed with the PS2, and I still am to this day when I played Metal Gear Solid 2, because I bought it when it had the Metal Gear Solid 2 bundle pack.
Yeah.
I'm still impressed. Like, I'll still show some cutscenes from that game to people just to show how awesome graphics are these days. Like, forget Gears of War, forget Bioshock, it's all about Metal Gear Solid.
You're wrong.
Ooh.
I'm not even going to justify that. You're wrong. It still looks like
wrong.
The PlayStation 2 used as its graphics chip a bottom.
You're wrong.
It used an arse
You're
as
wrong.
its graphics chip. And consequently, the graphics looked like poo. That's just how it works.
I actually thought...
Well, I feel sorry for you, because I still enjoy it.
Whoa. Don't get me wrong. I own a PS2. I bought a PS2, but hey, you want to know a funny story?
No.
I bought a PlayStation 2 simply because I wanted to play Final Fantasy X. That one game, I was like,
sure.
I must play that.
That was the fourth game I bought on my PS2.
You know what? I bought it, played it, finished it, and then sold my PlayStation 2 and Final Fantasy X again, because I had no other games on it that I had any interest in playing.
I only bought a PlayStation 2 recently, and I bought it for Guitar Hero. It is a Guitar Hero console.
I don't know. I usually buy consoles because I'm a big kind of, I don't want to say loser, but a single player gamer.
Hey, no. Look, so am I. But
like, what? Were you going anywhere with that?
I don't know. That's why I said a word and made a sound that made no sense.
Dear reader, that was...
oh, well, fair enough.
Dear listeners, that was a verb. Yeah, no,
Yug says.
That's Yug speak, thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, I don't know, I can agree with you there.
So what else we got? Leipzig, I think. Unless there's any more you wanted to comment on.
No, we can move on.
Okay, a couple of interesting things. First of all, rock bands. A couple of extra songs on that.
Yeah,
there's
a new list of tracks for
some
rock
pretty
band.
solid tracks on rock band.
Compared to the Guitar Hero 3, which there's
a consistent theme in Guitar Hero lately of what song?
Dinosaur Rock.
But what song?
Yeah, I got this a press release this morning from Activision, I think it was, and they were saying here's some new songs that are in Guitar Hero 3. Did not recognise a single one of them.
Pop them up. Can you get that email open? Because I'm curious to see if I'd recognise any.
Yeah, okay, but keep
it
talking.
Seems like Guitar Hero, the whole to me, I mean, sure, there's these good songs, from old bands like Van Halen and whatever, but there's new stuff coming out by the day. Let's get some good
Someone
new
made
rock.
a good point. I can't remember if it was you, Matt. That Guitar Hero rocked the 80s. It's interesting that they brought that out, and that it's just so not worthy of the friend. It's just not very good, and the songs aren't very good. it's interesting that that's the last one released by Harmonix before they move over to Rock Band.
Well, that was what AJ said, actually.
It's almost like they're trying to kill... Is it AJ that said that?
Yeah, I think it was AJ that was trying to kill the franchise.
I love Guitar Hero and the gameplay, how it plays and everything, but I just can't get into Guitar Hero 2 as much as I would if I like the songs, which is why...
Yeah, the only thing that matters in Guitar Hero in a Guitar Hero game is the playlist.
Okay, here we go. So, Activision revealed today an international track list for Guitar Hero 3. Whoa! Do you want to just knock my entire table over?
Yes.
Okay, you're on the right way to do it.
Thank you.
Anyway, the songs are, you've got Minus Celsius by Backyard Babies.
Never heard of it.
Here, Comet Alex by Die Totenhosen.
Never heard of it.
In the Belly of the Shark
I want to hear that.
Die Totenhosen playing at this year's...
The Die Totenhosen! They sound like a bit of an aggressive band, though.
It's Die. It's D.
I'm in the...
Totenhosen.
I'm in the band by the...
Dead Hose.
No. I'm in the band by the Helicopters.
Helicopters.
Hella.
Yeah.
That's hella cool.
Helicopters.
Like hella good.
Avalancha by Heroes. Just take this
Silencio.
I'm sorry. Do any of you recognize any?
I'm just reading this.
No, I'm
let's
actually
not read them
not
out.
cool enough to know any of those songs.
Yeah. I was saying this Guitar Hero, Rock Band, whatever. I swear these developers who are probably not young chaps. They're just.
Did you say chaps?
Yeah, chaps.
Yeah.
Young chaps and chapettes. They're not particularly... They just pull songs from their own collection. They're all vinyls.
The bonus tracks. The bonus tracks are often by people they know and stuff. And one thing they said is by the following original artists. Now I think that what that means is they've got like unsigned bands for that song, for those songs. That might be why we don't know them.
That could be them. Yeah.
That being said, I found the track list, the actual announced track list for the rest of it, really pretty uninspiring as well. So my concern is that if they don't get the track list right, it's just not going to be a very good game.
Exactly.
Now,
I totally agree.
Comparatively, Rock Band, which has been confirmed, it is coming out in Power Regions in 2008. Which I guess that's not really that much news.
No, not really.
But I can't find it now. But there was a track list that had like Radiohead and...
Yeah, Radiohead, Creep. Yeah, gotta love that.
Boys, Sabotage.
Now, the question that I would have to ask, a song like Creep or...
Creep like not a very rocky song.
Yeah, but it's got a good... That's the point, though. And that I think that's important, even aside from the fact that it's rock band, so you're allowed to have a bit more rock. I think that the Guitar Hero songs have gone way too rocky. They're just rock. They feel like metal and hard rock, and that's all they've got to offer.
We would just watch... I was playing it just like yesterday or the day before that, and it's just like Trogdor, Thunder Horse, all these just metal. Thunder Horse, that's from Death Clock, if anyone gets the reference, but moving along.
Yep. No, I don't, but keep going.
No,
and Trogdor is a Homestar Runner reference.
And it's just like, just so much metal, which is cool, and like...
No, it's not.
It's cool if you like it, but if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy the game. Like, I would rate Guitar Hero as a really, really awesome game, but I just still can't get into it as much as I would, get some new rock in there.
Yeah,
new rock.
Even aside from rock, like, to me, like, I'm old and massively uncool. Whatever, anyway, moving on. I'm old and massively uncool, but the... What are you trying to mine? You're doing this with the microphone, and I'm not sure...
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I was trying to say, see this? Pull it away from your mouth. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a bit. You look like you're about to give it fellatio.
I was. You've spoiled the moment now, though. Anyway, my point is I like some of the stuff like the David Bowie and all that kind of stuff. The Sting stuff. Police,
I do. Look,
different styles.
That's going to be great for rock band and things like that. Just to quickly move along, very quickly, some other things that come out of lip sync.
Move along quickly.
Just quickly, I think is awesome. Ninja Town. I don't even really know what it's about.
That's all you need to know. Ninja Town.
It is about ninjas, and they live in Ninja Town.
About
all kinds of happy adventures.
That is the most awesome thing in the world.
The Ninja Town, the actual
life of a ninja is tough and full of peril.
What?
I said the life of a ninja is tough and full of peril, but not in Ninja Town. Oh no. They live happily.
They play together.
In the sunshine.
Until the evil samurai.
Yeah. And then there's a bloody bloodbath
as opposed to a non-bloody
as opposed to a floral
and then it's sunrise over Ninja Town and all is well.
Excellent. Well, that's the game.
That's what happens.
Phil has just spoiled the game, but that's exclusive.
It's a scoop. Yes.
Just a couple of other quick ones. Top Spin coming to the Wii, which I kind of think is
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
No, I also don't.
Apparently, one funny thing about the Wii there is apparently the Nintendo were really promoting Wii Sport, which is good.
Wii Sports.
Then that's a bit old, isn't it?
It's a little late to be promoting Wii
No,
Sport.
there's a lot of people still buying the console, and Wii Sports is the first game they're going to play on it.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
Nintendo
It's
don't
totally-
have better
totally
things to
valid.
show than Wii Sport by now, there's a problem.
Okay, we need to just wrap this up. Just a few last
Whatever.
things. Viking Battle for Asgard is coming out. That's actually created by the Creative Assembly, which is based here in Brisbane. I just wanted to say that we've actually done a tour of their studio. That you'll be able to read about that very shortly. Maybe even by the time this podcast is up.
Maybe on the weekend. Probably just after the weekend.
A couple of things. Borderlands, which
Borderlands,
I think,
yes,
Phil has
that looks rocking.
Massively enjoy Borderlands simply for the title alone.
Yep.
I'm tired of titles of games.
Pro Evo Soccer is coming to the Wii, which I kind of think is pretty cool for anyone that cares. Which there are a few people which been talking about
football.
that in the forums
I mean,
at
it's
the
always
moment.
been a successful game.
And Midnight Club Los Angeles, a couple of images of that, which I think was cool. I played the Midnight Club Dub Racing 3.
Good title. Catchy.
No. There was like a
Midnight Club
Dub Racing 3 special extended. It was almost like a Street Fighter 2 game.
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
one that came out.
As if demand was warranted for it.
Well, I did enjoy the game, but it didn't stand out as much compared to like the Need for
It
Speed.
looked very Need for
It just
Speed
seemed that
Underground
there was so
rip-off.
many underground extreme
Yeah,
tuning
yeah.
Fast and
Midnight
Furious
Club
type
was
of
the
races,
first
I
game
just
that
didn't
came
care.
out that was a lot more open environment, similar to what Need for Speed,
Test
whatever
drive,
it's
and
called.
that's all. They've all become
Two
that
is
now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we need to wrap it up. We've gone way over
No,
time.
I wanted to actually talk about something quickly before we did that.
God.
Some interesting stuff happening in that Sony had quite a big presence there, and their announcement of a PVR facilities.
What's PVR mean?
A portable personal video recorder for the
PSP.
for the PS2 that will record
PS2.
high definition and will let you transfer it onto your PSP.
Hold
and
on,
stuff
whoa.
like that.
On the PS2
Sorry, PS3.
I was going to say,
Right.
what are they doing? Yeah, okay.
I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's
No,
good.
it's
So
not.
they're
Move
all
on.
really going for the
So-
PS3, PSP fusion. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so the PS3 Fusion thing is all happening, and there's some nice hardware and software being added, including voice messaging and video messaging for the PSP, which is quite interesting. Basically trying to take on mobile MSN kind of systems with an on-screen keyboard. I think they should work on an off-screen keyboard, though. But that's just me. No one cares what I think.
I
You don't care about the PSP. I don't care.
I do, but I still think nothing has wowed me so much for me to ever consider buying one.
I just wanted to mention it.
we
we
hadn't
hadn't mentioned
for the fact,
anything
it's
on
not
the
that
PS3.
it's not that I don't care about the PSP. It's that I don't like the idea of using a messenger service where I don't either have a keyboard or I can't.
No.
I'm sorry, using a controller to type on a virtual keyboard, that does not appeal to me at all.
I totally agree. That's
Cool.
why I said they need to get an off-screen keyboard.
Are
Then
we
I-
talking
then
about?
I-
Are we
then
talking
I
about
totally
that little
agree with
keyboard
you.
attachment for the Xbox 360?
No,
No.
No, I mean, no, what we're talking about, but is that the kind of thing you want?
that would probably help, but
Yes.
it doesn't really plug into a PSP very well.
But I guess if I really wanted to do that, I'd just use my computer.
Yeah,
Indeed.
that's a bit pointless.
But anyway, do we
Yes.
have anything else of note
No, we're
or
good.
of worth that we?
Not
Phil,
at this stage.
is there anything else you want to add? I mean, this is your cherry popping podcast theoretically.
Cherry popping podcast.
Oh, did we not tell you?
No.
Some bad news for you, boy.
Later.
Sorry.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm so young and innocent. What can I say?
But yeah, is there anything
No,
else?
great time.
Do you,
Great to be here.
do you want to say anything to the fans?
Fans?
Like fans?
I
what
don't
do you-
have any fans.
No,
Yes.
our fans.
Yet.
Not your fans,
Oh.
our fans.
I'm just a minion. I don't deserve any fans.
No,
right?
minions don't get fans.
I'll get fans. Don't you worry.
Look at Brett.
Ugh.
Everyone loves Brett. Everyone wants to kick me off and get Brett on instead. Looks like, yeah, so?
I didn't know what to say there. But then again, no. Then who would we get to actually write serious stuff? To be honest, I'm sorry.
Phil.
Me,
Or
I'll
AJ.
do it. I'm a
That's-
pretty
that's
serious.
I'm pretty
I'm a-
dispensable
I'm a
at this
pretty
point.
serious
I'm
guy.
feeling uncomfortable.
If the funny
I'm
thing,
slightly threatened.
I would not be able to kick you off and put Brett on. If Brett, can you imagine if Brett had the power to actually legitimately email these companies or contact
Power or not, he does.
He
contacted the people from Nintendo about his video card hat. Sorry, not Nintendo, Nvidia, about his video card hat.
I know.
That's not okay.
No, it's not okay, even though I gave him the email address.
Did you? All right, well, we better wrap this up.
We're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, cool.
Phil?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
I'll be back.
Phil, did we or did we not kick it old school?
As a matter of fact, I think you'll find we kicked it old school.
We did.
I hate you both.
We kept saying that earlier just because the minister.
I hate you both. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll talk to you again next week.
See you next week.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
You're not going to hear anything else. This is over.
The podcast's finished. Go home.
Go home.
Can I go home?
Some people might be listening on the bus.
Get off the bus.
Get off the bus. Go stand in traffic.
Just stop. Push stop.
You can stay here. I'm leaving.
Make it stop. Alright, this is retard.
Yes, it is.